Good morning, beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to Motivational Monday. Today is my day off. I always like to start my day with a high micronutrient protein shake. As you see, I have some kale, banana, a cup of blueberries, a scoop of pea protein powder, and then the spirulina in the bottle there is a high potent antioxidant algae from Hawaii. So I stir this up, and I always start my day with this. And I just got done taking a warm, soothing eucalyptus peppermint bath this morning, and just was in a place of stillness, peace, and serenity. And then I start my day off with this. I truly believe that it helps me set the tone for the rest of my day by being in a relaxed state in the morning, and then with a high micronutrient protein shake, something that's really going to help me have vitality, energy, and give me the nutrition that I need for my life and most importantly for my day. So these spirulina tablets have actually 2 grams of protein in them. You can take 6 a day. I just start off with one in the morning, and then I usually take another one mid-afternoon when I'm feeling tired, because they will give you just a bit of energy, nothing crazy, but if you're tired, you'll just notice that you're not tired anymore. You have like a little bit of a spark back to yourself. So we're gonna just blend this up, and I'm gonna let it settle and then do some yoga.
The more, therefore, you relinquish power, trust others, the more powerful you become. But in such a way that instead of having to lie awake nights, controlling everything, you do it beautifully by trusting the job to everyone else. They carry it on for you. So you can go to sleep at night, trust your nervous system to wake you up in the morning. You can even tell it, I want to wake up at 6 o'clock, and it'll wake you up just like an alarm clock. This seems a sort of paradox to say this, but the principle of unity, of coming to a sense of oneness with the whole of the rest of the universe, is not to try to obtain power over the rest of the universe. That will only disturb it and antagonize it and make it seem less one with you than ever. The way to become one with the universe is to trust it as another, as you would another, and say, let's see what you're going to do. But in doing that, you see, in saying that to everything else that you have been taught to think is not you, you are also saying it to yourself. Because finally, as I pointed out, you do not know where your decisions come from. They pop up like hiccups. And when you make a decision, people have a great deal of anxiety about making decisions. There's this guy farmer, who ordered a help man to come in. And found he was an extraordinarily efficient worker. Because the first day he put him on sawing logs. And he sawed more logs than anybody had ever sawed. It was fantastic. But they were all done in one day. So the next day he put him on to mending fences. And there were all kinds of broken fences around the farm. In one day he had the whole thing done. What am I going to do with this guy? So he took him down into a basement and said, look, here are all the potatoes that have come into this harvest. And I want you to sort them into 3 groups. Those that we sell.
Happy Monday motivation. Let me just put on an instrumental real quick. That is Alan Watts. He's a great philosopher, and I enjoy listening to him at least once a week. I also read one of his books. Oh gosh. Yes. Welcome to my Monday and what I usually partake in my day. This is actually my day off. and I always like to come into an alignment with a great thought, deep understanding, wake up, take a hot soothing bath, especially now that it's cold outside, with some essential oils, whatever that speaks to me. Today was peppermint and eucalyptus because I really wanted to wake up and feel this invigorating energy. And then write down some thoughts, maybe something that I need to be reminded of. Usually, I love to always find new knowledge too, but this was something that was heavy on me since last night that I need to be reminded of, and that is how to create your own happiness. Now, I've known this, but sometimes I need to reiterate it, and I know we need to reiterate it in our lives because we could get lost, we could be worried and have emphasis on certain aspects of our life and forget about the basic necessities and needs that create us to ultimately feeling fulfilled and happy. And I know that each and every one of you desire to be happy. Sometimes we just don't know how to go about it, or sometimes we're just simply too afraid to be. And number one I want to share with you is when I started reaching my really peak of happiness and positivity is when I stopped seeking validation from external sources. So with that said, you really cannot care about what people think as long as you're propelling and you're doing acts for the greater good of yourself. You're not hindering no one. You're not creating any ill intent on anybody. Everything is consensual and everything is propelling you to the greatest version of yourself. That is number one, because when you do that, you break up the attention and the energy, and it becomes shattered instead of focused on who you are and remaining authentic to who you are. Because in this world and society is so great. It's really good. It's a really master at losing yourself. You can really lose yourself. So always come into focus with who you are by doing what makes you feel full and complete, makes you feel better, aligning your dreams up with your actions. That way you're able to create your ultimately dream and create your reality. So that is number one. Number two is plans align with your dreams. So make sure that you're taking your daily time, you're planning, and you're acting off of it. So your dreams are going to come true, but it needs your participation in order to do so. So you need to be acting and be constructing yourself accordingly by being constructive and not destructive. So say for instance you want to lose weight, but you're not taking any actions, well then that dream's never going to come into fruition, and then you end up feeling like more hindering and more. There's an awful feeling when you know that you are not being the best version of yourself and being your best friend by being dishonest to yourself. So there's a point where we need to all woman up, power up, man up, become an adult, accept our responsibilities, and act accordingly, and know our weaknesses so we can make those areas and emphasize them and to make them stronger in who we are, and really be a positive person and someone that conquers their fears and conquers their weaknesses. And you start to propel this energy that cultivates and pushes you and propels you forward to other adventures and journeys and dreams coming true. It's amazing. And then that's really what gives you the motivation to keep on going forward and doing another task and taking on another challenge. And before you know it, you're like, wow, I've accomplished all these things that used to hinder me and that used to really weigh me down, and now I feel so light and I feel like I could breathe, and I'm really proud of who I am. Self-love is the reason why I made this channel, guys, and the reason why I need to get back and focus with all this stuff myself, and I want to share with you guys today. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. So number 3 is forgive everyone or any situation that has ever deemed you. You have to forgive because we're all at different levels of maturity, knowledge, and wisdom. And honestly, whatever situation that happened that was deeming your light in the past, and even sometimes stuff that could happen today in the future, you have to forgive those people that have done that to you, because it really was just acts of immaturity. They weren't into their full being yet. They were immature. So I always use the analogy, well,
we've all had puppies at one time of our life. When the puppy pees on the carpet, do you hold resentment for that puppy, or do you just say, no, that wasn't okay, and then you discipline the puppy accordingly, but you forgive? You don't hold resentment and that animosity within your being, you forgive. So the same thing to do to others, because they are really at a state of lower immaturity, and it really, you should have some great empathy for them, because if you're evolving and you're seeing this from this higher perspective, that means that you are maturing and you're coming into such a greater version of yourself by having this totally 360-degree perception and perspective on things. But they are still in their feared state, their closed-minded state. I really see that as a mental disability, and it really is, and you should really feel sorry for that person and have empathy, and because it's an unfortunate thing, because we've all have been there. I have been there. I have been that person too that was not constructive. I could have used better words. I could have supported somebody better instead of being closed and confined, but it was really just my own insecurity. So a lot of the times when you're propelling so forward and you're becoming such a bright light, other people could feel convicted, and they don't know how to calm themselves and channel this energy when they're feeling these triggers start to arise. So what they do is they act like little scared chihuahuas. I like to use dogs a lot because we all could associate with them, and they go in a corner and they bark and they growl at you, but really it's just their own insecurities that they don't know how to accept acceptance and coming into a state of love and seeing things from a totally whole perspective, from a higher source. So that is how I let go of emotional negative baggage. And I love the person from afar, because we all still do. We still love our dog even though it pees on the carpet. But if the person is not healing and not becoming a good person for you to be around, then you love that person from a distance, and you send love and light to that person, because they need to go on their evolution, and you are evolving, and you feel the greatness and the essence that comes within to you, the motivation, this acceptance, this life, this understanding. And for them to feel congested and claustrophobic and dark, we've all have been there in our lives, and you should really have great empathy for people that are there, because it's not a great way to be. So with that said, that is how I deal with letting go of emotional baggage. Number 4, find your purpose and what gives you fulfillment no matter what the pay is. So a lot of us, we hopefully are going towards our careers to find our purpose and our passion no matter what the pay is. Honestly, do what it is that you love, and if you could try to make a living off of it, that's even great, because money is only a necessity. It's not necessary. Having a complete and wholeness and passion and drive in the morning when you wake up, that is worth more than what money could buy. Let me tell you, we need motivation. We need to know that we're important. We need to know that we're making a change in people's lives. And honestly, giving people whatever it is that you're giving them that they're seeking, because they obviously don't have it, so they're coming to you. You're a great source, and that is giving back to humanity. And that's the way, and our hearts need to be open and our minds need to be open to help each and every one of us, to help each other as a collective, so we could all evolve and we could all start loving ourselves and being happy and radiating this positive, loving energy on our planet. Number 5 is be grateful. So in the morning, I like to write down, it was 3 things that I was grateful, but now I put it to 5 things that I'm grateful for. And I like to also do my daily devotional meditations, prayer, worship, or devotionals in the morning of 5 things that I'm absolutely grateful for. So I was grateful for today that my heater was working, because it's our first day of snow here in southern Colorado. I was grateful that the sun came out so I could record this video for you guys and start these motivational Mondays. I was grateful that the snow is melting and it looks so beautiful outside, and the snow was falling and it looked like glitter, and I could feel this energy and this essence in the air that was not there because we had like 6 days of overcast, and there was like this stagnant energy. So to have this new prosperous energy just motivating me, and to do these videos and sharing my passion with you guys, because I really love to help people. I really love to help people see things from a higher perspective, evaluate themselves, evaluate others, understand, so they could come into a state of acceptance. Because once you come into a state of acceptance, then you're worthy to all your desires, because you're available to change and evolve and be a better person with your daily habits, tasks, participation. So being able to choose more healthy meals, being able to drink lots of water, going for that gallon of water before you eat, hydrate yourself, because 9 times out of 10 you are just hungry, you're just thirsty, you're not hungry. So start a day off with just drinking a gallon of water, guys, and then whatever's left that you have openness for, then choose those healthy meals and choose to cook your healthy meals with love, because you care what you're cooking and you are radiating that energy behind you. You love yourself. You're going to choose the right oils, herbs, spices, dairies, refreshments, vegetables, in order to make your being feel a complete better person. The person at McDonald's and Applebee's, they don't care. They're just there for their paycheck. So you really take the control and the power back into your household when you start cooking things for yourself, setting intentions when you cook, putting loving energy, harmony, and having the state of gratitude to be able to have that in your refrigerator and to your access and your availability. It's a beautiful, amazing thing. So let's gain our control back, guys. Let's get our power back. Let's cook our own meals. Let's drink our own healthy distilled water at the store. Do not drink tap water. And let's do things that make us feel loved. That's number 5. Sorry, that's number 6. Let's do things that make us feel loved and that we enjoy. So whether that is, with that said, let's be our own best friends. Because I see a lot of people being lonely. They're like, oh, I really want a best friend. I'm lonely. Well, you are everything. Everything is within inside of you. When you come into eternal, you do not need external anymore. You are everything you need. So what would you want your own best friend to be? You would want them to be honest, respectful, polite, caring, truthful, loving, kind, courteous, funny. You be that. When you cultivate all this within inside of you, you do not seek and you don't feel an emptiness, because when you're seeking, you're having a desire and you're creating external detachment too. But when you calm all within, you start journaling, you start writing poetry, you start being creative, you start enjoying polishing your nails in the morning and giving it time to dry, you start creating a dream board, you start to create a photo album, you start to take warm soothing baths with eucalyptus and peppermint in the morning to recharge yourself and recharge your soul, and you start to find yourself in more of a meditative state. Meditative states are great for you because so when you don't fall asleep, a lot of people get enough sleep sometimes. Well, some people don't get enough sleep, but sometimes even with getting enough sleep, have you guys ever found yourself to still be tired? Yeah, it happens sometimes to me too. And then that's when I really know I need to emphasize and uplift meditation, because meditation and finding these places of peace and serenity and euphoria, they create repair on DNA in our bodies that sleep. Sometimes we don't get to a deep enough sleep to do so, or we're not getting full quality, or we're just not getting the right state of sleep. So it helps you to repair yourself down to the molecular level of your DNA. It's amazing. So I really suggest you guys meditate. Type in 10-minute soothing meditation, 10-minute, 20-minute chakra meditation, 10-20-minute breathing meditation. Put on Alan Watts like I had earlier. I meditate on his words and his philosophies in the morning and do yoga. That's why I want to show you guys a little part of my day, and I really like to enjoy and do that on my days off. I go for walks outside. I cook healthy meals, and I sit in peace and stillness and quiet when I eat my meals, and putting intentions and purification and love and passion and motivation and healing energy into my food when I eat. I just love being at my home when I'm off, and being able to cultivate all this love and having all the power to create love within me and within and out of my house. It's an amazing feeling. I'm so thankful. I am so thankful to be able to take baths, you know, whatever it is, guys. You're thankful for the clean water, the clean air, the loving family that you have, because you're not alone. And just be thankful that you have your life and that you have breath still. Come into self and remain authentic of who you are, what your passion is, your dreams, and you will find your purpose. So with that said, guys, peace, love, and light. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will do these videos every Monday, starting off with Monday motivation, because it's the beginning of our week and we all need to hear it. So fill your day up with positivity, read a good book, put on some positive motivational speakers on YouTube, listen to them for 30 minutes. Be you, full of love, acceptance, wisdom, and understanding. Peace, love, and light. Namaste.